Hi, let's talk today about sale of home contingencies. So, from the buyer's perspective, if you must sell your current home in order to buy the new home, this is a contingency that you might ask for from sellers. If you're lucky enough to get them to agree, then you will have a certain amount of time during which you have to sell your home. And if you don't sell your home, then the deal is dead. So from the buyer's point of view, generally it's a pretty good deal. You obviously run the risk of losing it. You do losing the house. You do generally do your home inspection on the front end because they're not going to wait for you to sell your house and then deal with an inspection, especially since it's a concession on the part of the sellers to agree to this. So you will have spent some money, but if somehow you can't sell your house, your risks are basically just that you don't get the house. For the seller, the risks are a lot higher. And what you end up doing is you have to mark in the MLS that the house is under contract. And even though there's a little line that says sale of home contingency, a lot of realtors don't get that far. A sale of home contingency frequently has what they call a kick-out clause. And what that means is if somebody comes along and they write an offer that is acceptable to the seller, that the seller can give 48 hours to the buyer who has this contingency and ask them to either remove it or else they're free to take the new offer. So right now, this home has a sale of home contingency, but they're in a situation where the buyer has now had more than 30 days. So at that point, the seller is really happy to have somebody else come along with an offer. I think early in the process, nobody wants to feel like they're scooping a house from someone, but it's not scooping a house if their house has been on the market for a little while and it hasn't sold. So if you are a seller, you don't love these, but you understand it's a reality that you have to deal with. And sometimes you're getting a good offer if you're willing to hold out. For the buyer, these are it's always stressful, but generally for the buyer, it's a pretty good deal. And the only risk you run is if you pay for the inspection and then later somebody scoops you, then you are out that money. But it is intended also to incentivize the buyer to really work hard to sell their house. Anyway, I hope that makes it clear. I would be happy to explain it to you further. This is Peggy St. Peters with Parks Lakeside Realty in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Speak to you soon.